was a long period of time in my personal journey in which I was really afraid. I was afraid of everything. I was afraid of people. I was afraid of like taking action on certain things. I was afraid of success. I was afraid of money. I was afraid of wealth. I was just afraid. I was afraid to like leave my house and do shit. I was afraid to talk to people. I had social anxiety. I had text anxiety. Everything freaked me out because I had spent a lot of time in my personal journey within seclusion. And I got really, really good at being able to feel energy, and everything was really heightened. That happens also when you go through Kundalini awakening. And if you're new here, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Seema. I typically talk about personal story times in which I detail back to my Kundalini awakening, which I experienced, and I sometimes share with you guys stories that have happened with me in my life while on this journey. So after Kundalini awakening, the energy in your body is so sensitive. It's so perceptive. You can feel things. You can feel things in an unbelievable way, to an unbelievable degree, and you can know things. It's ridiculous. You get to see things. You can have sights. You can, like, all the clairs kind of came online for me personally, but like they can come online for you, right? I'm not going to get too much into that with what happened with me. Because I realized and learned that what we're taught in society is like, it doesn't mean anything. Everything you've been taught is bullshit. Like, that's what I learned and realized is like, oh, okay, I have to unlearn everything I've learned in society when it comes to being a normal functioning person, because that does not exist, right? Like, everything here in the 3D realm, in the matrix, if you will, is trying to cap you and cap your gifts and make you somebody who's really good at obeying. It's bullshit. So when I realized that clairaudience, clairsentience, these things are real and they exist, and we can see into the future, we can manipulate the past, and it all happens within the present moment, that's when I realized that, oh, okay, actually, you know, we are really powerful and reality is created through us. That's when I stopped being afraid. That's when I stopped being afraid. I was like, okay, there is nothing for me to fear because I am an expression of God. I'm an expression of the divine. And life is, I'm not passively observing life. I am actively creating it. Guys, this shift allowed for me to sit in the driver's seat of reality and manifest it. You know what I mean? And it empowered me beyond belief to be able to accept life, because I ran away from life. I did not want to accept life. But this realization empowered me to accept life. Suddenly, instead of being afraid of interacting with people because I would take on their energy and like feel it very strongly, because that happened with me, right? Like, typically after you awaken to your own energy and you go through a Kundalini experience, what will happen is like you will, and I wish I had somebody to tell me all of this stuff too, because I didn't know what was going on. I was like, okay, I have mad social anxiety. I would be on the phone with a therapist all the time and be like, yeah, like I have really bad social anxiety. And like, you cannot go to Western medicine with this stuff, because Western medicine ain't no shit. They don't know anything about this. They're just gonna be like, oh yeah, here's some medication, here's some therapy, which is good. I think that stuff can be very helpful if you want to stay plugged in. But if you want to unplug, then you better get clear on what is going on within you, right? So what actually is going on within you is that when you tap into a high frequency and you awaken the Kundalini energy at the bottom of the spine, which is always present, and we feel this energy rise up the spine anytime we have goosebumps or chills, or because what happens is it's a frequency shift, right? So you are aligning to a certain code. You are aligning to your own code, to your own genetic makeup that has been laying dormant within you. So instead of refuting that and being like, oh, you know, like, yeah, deja vu, like, that ain't shit. Intuition, that ain't shit. Like, oh, I'm getting chills and I'm getting goosebumps. Ah, it's my body's natural response. Like, no. Everything is mystical, everything is important, everything is scientific, and everything is spiritual. Many, many things can be true at once. What is not true is cynicism. And that's what I had to learn, guys. I had to learn that cynicism is not the truth. Because I was in depression for a long time, literally running away from this stuff. I was running away from, because I didn't know any of these terms. I didn't know what was happening. So I was running away from, love. I was running away from the love within me. I was running away from depth. I was running away from things being true. I was running away from possibility, from faith, from belief, from believing in miracles, believing in life, believing in anything. I was so cynical. I was so cynical beyond belief that I completely would see reality as just what is presented as at face value. And so when you do this, you get depressed, and then obviously the opposite of depression is expression. So people who look at reality at face value, they cannot create. They don't know how to create. They're not tapped into their creative ability because they don't realize that they are looking at the past. The 3D is the past. The reality you see in front of you, that's not reality. That's the past. Okay, so reality is your own divine imagination. I'm going to say that again. Reality is your own divine imagination. Why? Because imagination is creative power. Imagination is God power. Through imagination, we create everything. Our businesses, our wealth, our status, our beauty, our physical body, our health. You have to imagine it, be it first. See, the thing about imagination is that, again, with that cynicism, right? Society will teach you that imagination is not real. So we've been bullshitted. We've been bullshitted our whole life into thinking that we are not divine, into thinking that imagination is fantasy, and pay attention to reality. But in reality, reality is fantasy. There is no separation, in the sense that when I say that, I just mean that reality is your own divine imagination, right? I want to get clear on that, because if one is deluding themselves, that's another story. We don't want to but we want to live in the end and get clear on who we are now. That's how you become whatever you want to become. You live from it. You don't live towards it. Do you understand? You live from it. Okay? It's called embodiment. So reality is within your own wonderful divine imagination. Every single thing you're experiencing right now in your reality has been imagined by you. So you are the sole creator of this joint. You know what I mean? And so that's what I woke up to. I was like, oh, okay, actually, there's no reason for me to have fear or anything, because if I approach life with fear, then fear is all I'm going to experience. If I approach texting people with fear, they're going to pick up on that energy and know that I have social anxiety. Guys, I had such bad social anxiety, you would not believe. Absolutely, completely, so much. In a way, we really manifest things very strongly. We're very powerful. So because I believed I had social anxiety, I made it a reality for myself every day, over and over again. So how do you combat these things? You have to live in the end. You have to be I'm so excited to talk to people. You got to feel that love. You know what I mean? You have to feel excited about life. The opposite of depression is expression, excitement, right? They come from the same root. So in the same way, we can actually assess depression and all of these things and understand that everything is spiritual. Everything is scientific. You know what I mean? All things are true at the same time. The only thing, like I said, that is not true is cynicism. And that's exactly what society has taught individuals, to not believe in themselves, to learn how to obey, work a job, why can't you be like everybody else? Why are you doing too much? Why are you doing this and that? Oh, this girl's like that. Oh, you should, it's so insane. Have you guys heard of this analogy called crabs in a bucket, right? So essentially, when you put a bunch of crabs in a bucket, what happens is one of them will try to escape the bucket. He'll try to climb up the side of the wall and leave. But the rest of the crabs will not let him do that. With their claws, with their legs, they'll pull that guy down. You know what I mean? To kind of mix up with the rest of them. Because that's their nature. They're grabby and they, that's what they do. It's just in their nature, I guess. So that's the same way society has been operating forever. And please take it from me, I have been through enough self-induced difficulty and pain and depression to realize on my own that everything we've been fed about life is a lie. okay? And we create reality. We create our reality. So you have to unlearn everything. That's what happened with me, right? Like I had to unlearn everything. I was like, okay, bet. You know, none of this stuff is true. Like, I actually can make an unlimited amount of money, number one, by having a business that I love. Number two, I don't have to do something that I don't love for work. Number three, I can have many, many fulfilling relationships. Marriage is a psyop. If I don't want to get married, I don't have to get married. If I want to get married, I can't get married. Like, life is up to me. There's no time limit for fucking anything. Sorry. There's no time limit for anything. And essentially, like, I don't have to even be the same person that I am today. So I realized identity mastery, okay? Identity mastery is the cheat code and the way to actually manifest. Because ain't no such thing as manifesting. Like, there's no such thing. This is just a terminology that has been coined in order to, you know, kind of educate individuals on how to get their desires, which is amazing. That's great. I love the educational digital sphere that we live in today. But let me tell you that there is no such thing as manifesting. You just be it now. So if you want to heal your body, you be healed now. Did my, I had a pimple patch. I feel like it fell off when I was yapping. Anyway, I feel like I had one on, right? I don't know. But yeah, so you be it now. You be it now. Because I never look at myself when I film because I'm just like on one. But whatever you want, you embody it. You have to switch into the identity of the person that has whatever it is that you want. So you walk like them. Like, you just be them. It is not, what is it? It's not, one of my mentors says this. It's not faking it. It's alignment. You are aligning, okay? And the entire rest of the world, including your own human mind, will try to be like, oh, like, what are you doing? You know, you're faking it, or, you know, that's like fake or whatever. And your job is to not listen to that cynicism. Do you understand? Because, you know, the only way to be something else or to be something is to be it. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a 1-to-1 ratio. It's, you go all in, you commit. It's the same thing with business. I've seen it in business. Like, you really want your vessel, your business, your machine to skyrocket. Well, you better go all in, babe. You're going to be changed by it. You have to be willing to surrender your current identity to everything, you know, about you. You have to be willing to surrender everything about you to now be and act and operate as the 8-figure earner or whatever, who, by the way, you know, a lot of people don't know what that means, so I'll tell you what it means. It means being so fully sacrificial with your life in the sense that you move with purpose. You are purpose-led and purpose-driven. That is what it is to be an 8-figure, 7-figure earner, whatever you want. Because the thing about these individuals is they're not focused on the earning. See, manifestation is just that. You are driving the car, babe. You are not outside of the car watching you drive it. You be it. I hope that makes sense. And one thing about purpose is that if you look around, right, on the road, you finna crash. You have to keep looking straight ahead. You cannot get distracted. And things will come in and try to tempt you and distract you from your purpose. People will, job opportunities, brand deals that, you know, want you to kind of sacrifice your ideals, right, will come in and be like, hey, like, let me get a piece of that energy. And you have to stay focused on the mission, the vision, the purpose. You have to know the end goal. So what is your end goal? It can be so simple. It could be just improving your own life. It could be just, showing people your life, or, you know, vloggers do that, right? It's beautiful. That's why content creation is spiritual. It is a spiritual act to create content. You leave a legacy in that way. You impact lives in that way. Now, your purpose can be anything. It can be, I want to be the best soprano vocalist in the world, right? Just decide. But you can have it all. You can be it all, you know? Your purpose can be, I want to impact people with my videos. I want to scale my business. See, this is why having a business is so critical, because a business has a direction, right? It's a vessel that has a mission statement. If you're just a content creator or an influencer, you just have you, which is fine. That's good. That's great. Everything is great. Everything is good. Do you understand? The universe is neutral. So it just depends on what you want to do. You are God in action. You can create any life you want for yourself. Okay? The reason why the reason why I personally love business so much, and the purpose that is embedded within business so much, is because you have a clear direction on where you're going. You have a clear direction that, okay, I want to impact people with what I know. Right? Especially if you're in the educational sphere of business, or if you're running a coaching business, you want to literally take your potential clients or people that purchase your products or watch your videos. You want to take them from point A to point Z. So you want to take them through a transformation. They are no longer the same person that they were when they started working with you. Now they're a different person, because you have, with your energy, your knowledge, your expertise, and your life experience, impacted this person, and you've given them the same transformation that you have gone through in order to be who you are today, right? And so this takes time, it takes effort, it takes dedication. Like, ask me about this shit. This is what I've been working on for the past few years. You have to go all in. You commit your life to this. You know what I mean? It is a full sacrifice of self, actually. And sometimes personally, I like to oscillate. What I've realized, guys, is that you can change who you are at any point in time. See, you don't want to be stuck by your business also. You don't want to have your business keep you capped. You know what I mean? You don't want it to cap you at your level of enthusiasm, excitement, or expression. So you should feel okay to pivot, right? So have many passions, hobbies, and interests. You be the product, and you also have one business here, one business there, one business. Like, you have the ability to create multiple vehicles, okay, for which to facilitate change towards different audiences. You know what I mean? That way you can have a multitude of brands also want to work with you, and that's a whole different story. That's a whole different topic of conversation. I'm not going to get too much into it. It does require a complete exploration of self, and also the ability to be many different people at once. And people may look at you and be like, oh, like, people judge, right? People judge because they don't understand the process of alchemy. People do not understand the process of devotion. You know what I mean? Devotion to self, devotion to growth. And so again, you'll have a lot of people when you grow and decide to really claim your reality for yourself, you'll have a lot of people come in and be like, nah, you gotta be like this, you gotta be like that, you gotta give me your energy here, why can't you be like the rest of us? And it just doesn't work. It doesn't work for anybody. So if you are a coach, a content creator, whatever you are, just understand that you can pivot at any point in time. No one is holding a gun to your head. And if your audience somehow thinks that all of a sudden you are untrustworthy or you've lost their trust, fuck them. They're not supposed to come with you. Do you understand? You have to be so rebellious. You have to be, at least this is how I am. This is my personality. You have to be just willing to change. I really do think, because if all of a sudden you are living your life for you in a little bit of a different way, you decide to pivot and create like another business here, another business there. I want every single content creator and coach, woman, man, to understand this, that you are the prize. You are God's chosen. If you understand what that means, and if you can tap into that and tap into your soul birthright as being a literal speck of the divine, being an expression of the divine, and you tap into that energy within yourself and you realize that about yourself, this is the epitome, guys, of self-realization, okay? If you can realize this about yourself, how precious you are, how important it is to be focused on the end goal, figure out what that is. Really important to figure out what that is and to know what you want, right? Eye on the prize, and you just keep going. And if you want to pivot here and pivot there and still keep moving forward with that same momentum while your eyes are still fixated on the prize, then so be it. And anybody outside of you who has anything to say gets to watch you. They get to watch you as you change. They get to watch you as you pivot. See, the thing about entrepreneurship is that it's so rebellious. It's so fun. It's so sexy. It's so funny because you get to see, really also who's meant to come with you and who's not meant to come with you. And a lot of people, babe, are not meant to come with you as you grow and evolve and change because you are changing. And they are not. There's a discrepancy here, right? Don't you guys agree that somebody who is doing the inner work should be allowed to come with you, but somebody who is not on your frequency anymore, like they will fall off naturally. And that's a really good thing. It is. And hopefully they can benefit from you as you continue doing your work, right? Like that's the goal. We want to bring everybody with us. Why? Because there's no limit to success and there is no limit to abundance. Really, there's no limit to abundance. Society will want to make you believe that abundance is finite. Society will want this. This is the point of a salary system. This is why there is a salary system, to get everybody thinking in a head-ass way that, oh shit, if I don't do X, Y, Z, if I don't comply, if I don't streamline my fucking personality in a certain way, I'm gonna lose my job. Like, I cannot understand that shit, okay? We were all born as sovereign individuals. What the fuck are you doing complying? You comply to me, not the other way around. Does that make sense? Right? So again, maybe it's just because of who I am and my personality. Like, I am such a rule breaker, but I create my own rules and I like go based off of them, and they work so well. They work so phenomenally. Guys, one thing I have learned in life is that you have to learn how to trust yourself. And business will teach you this. And it means having a strong moral compass. It really does. You have to. Because if you cannot rely on the word of God to guide you, you have nothing. You're like a loose cannon. So you have to have a strong moral compass, and you have to have strong virtues. You really do. And that means obeying the laws of the universe. Really giving out there what you wish to receive back, and making sure that your motives are not just based off of that reason, right? Your motives are not just transactional, but your motives are supernatural. Your motives are unconditional, right? Your motives are unconditionally loving. Like, that's the way to live a very happy life. So yeah, all right, my daylight time has run out, but I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope there was a message in here for you. If there was, let me know down below in the comments. I'm so excited to have you here, man. You know what I mean? I'm so excited to be fucking filming for you. I'm so excited to be on YouTube for you, babe. Like, I'm here for you. I'm here for you because nobody was here for me when I needed somebody, okay? Except the individuals that took a chance on themselves and decided to put themselves out there and speak their mind and kind of pave the road for people who have never done it before. And that's what I hope to be for you. I hope to be your light, your inspiration, your lover from afar. I hope to be your guidance and your guidance system. And, at the same time, I cannot put myself in that position because, I'm just not, I feel like so indebted to like, this world, honestly. Like, I feel so much love for this world, for people, for self, for God, for everything I have discovered along the way. And I'm here as a light. I hope that I can be a valuable asset to you in your life. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.